Michael, you're fiddling with the microphone.
I was, yes.
Do you think it's not working?
I think it is working. That's why I'm
It is
fiddling with
working. I tested it before. So, yes. Hello, everyone. If you didn't get that sound, here it is once again. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
We are here today. Lots of excited people. Amazing. Look at them all. Vivek can't wait. So much so that Vivek's been waiting since 3:47. So I hope it's worth the wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I truly do.
Well, that is.
It's a lot to live up to.
Yeah.
Orinci says, I hope it's beginner friendly. It will be.
Yes.
I can promise that, if nothing else. Happy New Year. Yes, thank you. Same to you. Hungry to code. Woo. Another one is looking for beginner friendly. Amazing.
Yeah. I think we have kind of found like our little niche where it's like we keep it very approachable. Like, you know, you don't need to know much to build whatever we're
be
building.
better than us. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's really easy to be better than us. Yeah.
It definitely is. Can you move forward slightly?
As I said, don't really want to. I'm okay with being blurred up.
Hello to everyone. Amazing to see you all here. TGIF. Says Hugo. Yes. Ooh, we have various tigers in the chat. And if you don't know what that means, it means if you are new here, please put a bunny rabbit into that chat. If you've been before, hit me with that tiger. We don't use this information. It's just a bit of fun and a tradition now. Yeah, amazing. Woo! Joining from India, where it's 10:30 p.m. Best way to spend my Friday night. Excellent stuff. Bob Zirol has been before. Now, you were talking to Bob about this calculator app for a very long time on our Slack channel. Tell us what you discussed.
Well, the calculator apps slightly trickier than people usually think they are. Yeah, there are quite a few.
That's the TLDR of it.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's like, you know, there is like anyone who learns how to code eventually encounter this part in their life where they're like, I can probably just very quickly code up this calculator app.
Do they?
and then usually they get stuck like horribly. Like as soon as they implement like basic functionality, they start going into a little bit more common. Like, you know, when you tap on a calculator, like a number plus another number, and when you hit the plus again, you can add another number, and it gives you like a sum total and stuff. And usually in those edge cases, people go, oh, actually, this is not as simple as I thought. Because then you actually start thinking through, do I still display the numbers? Do I go further on? Do I add them up? And, you know, different calculators behave differently.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah, see, exactly. There you go. So basically, point being, yeah, calculators
are tricky things.
Yeah, they catch you off guard all the time.
They don't add up.
Well,
trying to make
I see the pun you're going for.
Yeah,
they do add up.
Calculator puns. Woo! Tom Chant is here. The newest Scrimba teacher. Round of applause for Tom Chant, which reminds me, I have a new soundboard.
Do you?
Yeah. I do.
Is that why I was receiving money notifications like on App Store?
No.
Today I'm a credit card.
Don't know anything about that. No, definitely not. Yep, here it comes. Not loud enough. Michael, how do you adjust this iPad? Oh my, it's upside down. Life is hard. Anyway, I think we should get going, Michael.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Here is, let's make it bigger. The calculator. So far, what do you reckon?
Ooh. I mean, yeah, it's I mean, when you create this kind of layout, when you have a number separately, a first, second number separately, and you have a result separately, that's like the most straightforward, simple calculator you can code. Because if you go for the traditional layout with just one display and everything, then that becomes that's the tricky one. But there you go. Hopefully we code this one up, and afterwards, oh whoa, that nice font size.
I think it's nice. But anyway.
Maybe 20.
It was 20. Well, no, I guess it was 16. I just want it to be slightly bigger so people can see it.
Oh, well, I suppose we'll fix the layout later. Yeah, but that's a good one to start. And then after you've started that one, maybe you can think through implementing the other one.
Lache says you're going to hit... Oh, I thought he said, you're going to hit Leanne in the face, Michael. But actually, no. He said, you're going to hit Michael in the face, Leanne. So I better watch out for that.
Yeah, it happens all the time. No, she hits me with cups and iPads and fridge doors. It happens all the time.
If you have the fridge open and the kitchen door shut, they're next to each other. So if someone comes in, it's just...
Yeah, so
kabam,
I have my head in the fridge, Leanne walks into the kitchen, bang, trapped. There
you go. Yes. Leanne sounds annoyed by our calculator rantings on Slack. No, I was thinking, I hope it's not that difficult when we do it. Yes, we will see. Sufyan says, I remember when I had to code my first calculator.
Yeah.
It was a lot to put together. I'm still getting used to this. That was a clapping noise. Yeah. Anyway, lots of tigers in that chat. Amazing. And lots of bunny rabbits. So that's good. Scrimba demystified React for me. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Bob. Yeah. Okay. So I have a plan.
Okay. Equals button.
Currently, there isn't one.
Oh.
I mean, look, well, that's wrong.
Yeah. That is a bit wrong.
We'll deal with that in a minute.
Okay.
Make the sums work.
Sorry, what?
Now, I knew you'd pick up on this word sums. Do fancy stuff.
You're just going to leave it. Fair enough. That's all right.
Actually unrelated things.
Yeah, that's all right. Do fancy stuff. I love it. To be fair, that is very similar to most projects that I've been involved in. Like, vague description of a task and then do the rest of the thing. Build the rest of a project.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
How long are you developers for now?
Ooh. I don't remember. When did I start learning? Do you remember?
I think you got your first job in 2017, I want to say.
Yeah, I think I got my first job in 2017. I probably started learning around like March or something that year, and I got the job around October.
Yeah.
Don't remember, but yeah, have a look at LinkedIn. But it's 2017, so until 2022. Yeah, well, 4 or 5 years. Yeah, roughly by then.
How do we get the code? Could we pick up the code? Yes, absolutely. Here is a link to that code, and I will now fork it so that...
You probably want to change it back to 16 pixels so the layout is not broken. And then we fork it.
I don't think that's the issue. Oh, no, it actually is. Okay. Fork. Yes. So that is how you can join in. But this calculator comes from Harold Morgan's Learn JavaScript for Free course. Yes, it's one of the challenges.
Oh, look at this. There's the banner that announces our stream. That's amazing.
Yeah, nice.
Hit join. Let's have a look.
So if you would like to check it out in the course, hit up scrimba.com/learn/JavaScript. It's all completely free. Yes. Yes, I see no weekly web dev channel on Discord. Are we going to enjoy weekly challenges again? Yes, absolutely.
Are we?
Yeah. We are currently dreaming up ways to make them more exciting. And we're deciding this week. Well, next week, actually.
I'll go with suggestion.
Good. Put it in Slack. Now,
which is in a bin.
In answer to your question, Illa, yes, we will be having more challenges soon, and we'll be dropping some emails about that. Do not worry. Yes. Okay.
That's fine.
So, I would like to begin with a quick plug. This gradient was made with Josh Como's amazing new gradient generator that he dropped this week, which is everything I've dreamt of and more in a gradient generator. So go and check it out. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Did you know that there is if you bring it back, did you know there is an Easter egg on this?
Is there?
Yeah.
What is it?
Ooh. So if you hit on the icon, that one, it generates the gradients for you.
That's not really an Easter egg, as it's part of the main functionality, Michael.
Well, no, but these like generates random, but also good-looking gradients.
Yeah.
So there is. I think Josh mentioned like there is some fancy code behind it.
Oh look, that's like a Ukrainian flag. If we get rid of this, and
Yeah, it kind of is like that.
yoink.
The
No,
other way.
other way. There we go. Woo! You should write. Oh, no, we need to get rid of this. You should write to the government of Ukraine and say we should change this for a gradient.
Yeah, well, they and they will tell me just like you. You can put your suggestion in anything.
They might not. They might like it. I would.
Do you have bins in the UK? Good, put it there.
If I was in charge of Ukraine, I would say, yep, that's good.
I
Anyway.
don't think they'll listen to me. Anyway.
Have I forked this? Yes, I have.
I think so.
So this is what we need to do. So the first thing is the equals button, yes?
Didn't you want to do up the layout?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, usually, I'm not one for break tags, but we want this to be about the JS, so I'm going to put a break tag in there.
Yeah.
I'm feeling rebellious, Michael.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. And make this font size a bit bigger. And put 25 and the padding all around.
Reminds me of that
Wrong one.
picture about anarchy in the UK where someone refuses milk in their tea.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Exactly.
So here we are. That could do with some more padding. Yes, very nice. The equals button should go below, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, look at that. You already written like functions.
Yeah, I mean, currently they're with onClick. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do necessarily, but
It doesn't really matter because you'll just implement some functions for now.
yeah. So here we have this equals button.
So you should probably say equals. On click equals.
Now this is interesting because in the JS course, pair only has these kind of buttons.
Yeah.
And the function runs when you press it.
Yeah.
But if we had an equals, then that's going to be completely different. So maybe we should leave it out for now and just use these buttons. What do you think?
Well, I mean, the behavior of the calculator in general is that when you... Oh, I see what you mean. It basically just, once you've input the numbers and then you click whatever, it just gives you the result.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah,
if you're looking to find this, head over to the JavaScript course and it's the calculator challenge.
Oh, I see.
So the solution we have here, yeah, we just have these buttons and then it runs the function.
Don't show me.
Okay, we'll keep the suspense up. So we don't want this for now then. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So let's just start with the plus one, I reckon. Oh.
That's the wrong...
No, it's not. It's just because I forked it from pairs scrim. So
Whoops.
I think we can start this again. And
Right.
we have here.
I think there is also a typo in the multiply name in index.html.
Oh, look, I didn't know I could do that. Do you?
Yeah, it says multiply. Multiply.
Well spotted.
And now it says multiply.
Yes, well, you know, nobody's perfect, Michael.
Yeah.
So what pair did is just basically used.
Yeah, he basically put the number in and then you presumably click the button and it gives you the sum.
Yeah, these are not inputs.
Yeah.
You have to put them in to the JS.
Oh.
I think it's nice to have inputs. So
yeah, I think it would be nice if we add it as.
Definitely do that. Let
Yeah, that's
num1 equals What's the name of the word?
Yeah, you need to access from full.
Yes. Not technical interlude. There we go. We have this input with num1l.
Sounds good.
I'm glad you approve. It wasn't my name, but equals. No, that's wrong.
But it's already there, no?
Oh.
Just document divide it. Just reverse it the other way around.
Well, no, we can just
Yeah, don't assign it. Just add it to.
get this here.
But you still need text content.
No, it's not text content. It's value.
Is it? Okay.
Maybe text content would work. Don't know.
Yeah, text content will work as well.
So get rid of this and then basically copy this down. Sum to L.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's check that's grabbing our numbers. Dot log not sum num 1. Oh, but we need to run that on something. Do we?
Well, for now, you load the page. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just go to HTML and write some default value.
Yeah. We had this last week in here. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I think it's
In value equals like here.
Yeah.
Value equals 6.
There you go.
Okay.
And now it shows you 6 from console log.
Yeah.
So you can basically when you're prototyping, you could just input default values and stuff. Like, it shortens you some testing. There you go. Some 7. Just don't forget to remove them. Yeah.
So that is grabbing them. Exactly.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Oops, sorry.
Yeah. Thank you. Let us know in the chat if you are coding along and how far along you've got. That would be good to know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we sent them the Scrim, didn't we? So now we've got those. And we're going to start with the add function. Function. Ooh. Tom Jan says, I heard your greeting, but my hands were covered in onion, so I couldn't type in the chat. I'm making soup while I watch. That's how I roll on a Friday night. Fabulous.
Oh, what kind of soup, Tom?
Onion, I guess.
Doesn't every soup begin with onion? Doesn't everything begin with onion?
Well, chocolate doesn't. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, most savory dishes begin with onion.
Function. Add. And we want to do num1 plus num2. Is it really that easy? No. Right, but then we need a sum, I guess. So
well, yeah, you need to display that.
Const sum equals.
Yeah.
And let's just see what that's doing.
Is it really that easy? Well, yeah,
I'm sure
but
it's not, Michael.
well, at this particular moment in time, it is that easy.
But when do we want that to?
Well, kind of like with this layout, it would be kept fairly straightforward because again, you're doing this in that particular way. But once you start advancing it, it'll become more difficult.
Yeah. So that should currently run on the click because we have add already there. So let's give that a go. 1 or -1. Well, that's interesting. Anyway, we'll come back to that.
Work.
Ready? Drum roll, please. Console is not a function.
It's not.
Okay. Console log.
Pom, 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 pom.
Yeah, definitely. So debug that while I get the sounds back, Michael.
Well, I mean, it just needs to be added to the DOM. No?
Yeah, but no, because at the moment the console log isn't working. So
What? I missed that bit. What?
What do you mean? Okay. Oh, onion and potato, Tom. Lovely.
Hang on, what? It says there is no one. Does the console look on one?
You just need to.
It doesn't.
Oh. Should rename the function. No, it is picking up the function.
Leanne.
Bob says it's grabbing the values.
It's grabbing it from the beginning.
So we need to move them into the function. Yeah. Thank you, Bob.
There you go.
But why is it saying 1? Oh, because you right.
I've changed it. Actually, no, every time. There you go. Well, now it says 11, Leanne.
Ew. Now it says 11, which means that the values in here
are
strings.
Ooh.
So we need to make them into not strings, numbers.
Yes. Yeah.
Over to you.
Oh. But you just taking the keyboard.
JS string to number.
I know what to do. You just took the keyboard.
Pass int is the one that we want.
Yeah.
It is the one that we want.
Do you want?
So where do you do it then? Num1?
I'll probably do it pass in document by the
Okay. Yoink. Oh. What there?
Yeah.
If this works, we'll explain why. Yay! So, this was not working because when it was grabbing the numbers from the inputs, it thought they were strings. So it was adding the string 1 to another string 1 and saying it was 11.
Yeah.
And what parseInt does is it changes them to a number. But I did say type equals number, but apparently it still renders it as a string. So one wonders what the point of calling it type equals number is.
It gives you the...
It does this. But
yeah, it does these inputs, like, so you can basically increase them by 1, by 2, and so on. So it restricts like what you can actually do within HTML. But once you grab it within JavaScript, it's still a string.
Fair days.
Yeah.
Hello to Dave with the elephant from Colchester. Hey. Humble said, okay, thanks. I subscribe to this channel. I'm a beginner. Amazing. So now, that's working.
Cool.
Basically, oh no, we need to put the result in
the result
here, which is we have this span, which is this, with the ID of some L. And we're going to do some L.
I think that's the sum.
Oh, we haven't grabbed it. Yeah, so we need this one. Do some L dot text content plus equals sum. And it's plus equals because we have result in there. But actually, do we want that? Probably not.
You probably want just equals sum.
Just sum, yeah.
Because if you say plus equals, it will be adding previous results to whatever it was. So currently it's empty.
Okay.
Every other time, you will be adding more and more to it. There you go.
2.
Click again. And if you change that to plus equals, it should keep doing like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and so on. Just show the bug. There you go. So it keeps adding it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
So now you just want equals, but you probably want to override the string that says result. You probably want to, Dan?
Yeah.
You probably want it to be equals. You're like, ah. I'll do it.
Okay, you do it. Great, says Mordecai.
Leanne's Wi-Fi connection to the space is broken down, so it's fine. I'll do it.
It hasn't. I'm reading the comments. Bob Cyril says, I think type equals number. It might also pull up the keyboard with numbers if you're on mobile. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not the telephone keypad, though. Just the keyboard with numbers on it. Not positive about that. Yeah, interesting. Hello, Leanne and Michael, says Chandra. Hello to you, too. So, shouldn't we use pass float for decimals? Should we?
You should, but it's not a decimal.
But what
Everybody.
Sorry.
Leanne, can you come on, focus. I know that you have this awesome DJ dashboard, and you're like, whoa.
No, Michael, I'm just so bowled over by your amazing ability.
Right. Anyway, so you can do pass float once we go towards that would be the next step. But for now, pass int.
Even if you use number type attribute on the input, it still returns the value as a string. To that. Anyway, let's add the other functions then.
No, but hang on. So now let's try, can you add negative numbers?
In here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, and another negative number. Ooh, what about 1
That's wrong, isn't it?
Why? -1 plus -1, that's -2.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Moving on. You don't think it is?
Two negatives make a positive.
That's about the sign, not the number.
Okay.
So if you have 1 minus -1, that would be a positive, yeah. It would be 1 plus 1. But if you say -1 minus 1, that would be -2. Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't. I did plus. -1.
Plus -1.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
I shouldn't question maths.
You borrowed 50 quid and then you borrowed another 50 quid. You haven't ended up with no debt, even though that would be amazing.
Okay. Only if you're multiplying, Leanne. Okay. It's been a while since I've had to do any maths.
You also like to brag about your A at GCSE's maths. And I was like, wow, that's...
Along with my cycling proficiency certificate. Renzo. Oops. It's curious how some calculators don't use the / symbol for division. I don't think... What does the iOS calculator do? iOS calculator's got this. What do actual calculators that you hold have?
I have the same, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so let's now try 1.5 plus 1.5.
Okay. I feel like we need to get at least some functionality on the other. Oh, that doesn't look right.
Yeah. That doesn't look right. Exactly. We can't add any more functionality because this is broken already.
So explain then what's wrong with this.
Well, that's what earlier someone mentioned about pass float.
Oh.
So you're passing an int, and 1.5 passed as an int is 1. So now you want it to pass as a float.
So if we use pass float, will that be okay if it's not a decimal?
Well, let's give that a go.
Okie dokie. 1.5. Looking good.
Cool.
So that solved our decimal problem.
Yeah.
As I think it was Zozo said that. Still seems to work.
Okay, cool.
Okay. You've done better than me, Leanne. I failed my cycling proficiency.
What?
I can't say I've used it since, so...
How? How can, I saw Leanne cycling, and I have to admit, I can't imagine how you could have failed that test. I was like, wow, I don't think Leanne can
You didn't
cycle.
see the test, Michael. It might have been a really difficult test.
Maybe.
I want to be that simple in life. Yeah. Leanne GM. GMI?
I think it means good morning.
I don't think it means good morning.
Oh, it's just I don't know what that means. I'm too old for this.
I'm not down with the kids.
No.
Anyway, let's move on.
I am an old man with a skateboard.
Minus. Oh no, subtract.
Subtract.
Okay.
So let's go for that.
And this does this. Minus.
Cool.
Let's give that a go. 3 minus 1. 2.
1.5.
1.5 minus 0.
That'll do.
0.5.
Yeah, why not? Minus 1.5 minus 1. That's correct.
Okay, good. Michael, in my day-to-day life, I don't need to subtract negative numbers very often. Oh, wait.
I have to admit, I have panicked for a second too.
Bob Zerol asks, do you have to have a permit to ride a bike in the UK, like driving a car? No.
It's just...
But everyone at primary school, for some reason, we all have to do this cycling test.
Yeah.
I have no idea why. I've cycled maybe twice since doing it when I was 11. The ability to not run over a pedestrian. I don't think we covered that. We just covered how to not get squashed ourselves, mainly. Yeah. Ooh, Battle Fox. An alternative to write only once. Let num and num2. Oh, interesting.
I think like you can write let num1, num2. Yeah, but that's just for, it's like let num1, comma num2, I think it is. But that's for just declaring those variables, but we still need to assign them to their DOM elements. So
I think what
doesn't really make much
Battle
difference.
Fox was saying though is like in line 6 and 7 and line 14 and 15 are the same. So maybe we could get this out into its own function called grab numbers or something.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, sure.
Should we do that now? Or
Yeah,
do these
why not?
next? Okay.
Why not?
Function. Grab numbers. Grab nums.
Oh, this is absolute torture.
Why, Michael?
Do not ask to rename that function.
What's wrong with it? It explains what it does.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, so first we want to grab nums. Yeah? Yeah, but, oh no, that is right, I think. Well, let's try. 1 plus 1. Oh no, num1 is not defined.
Yeah, that's because so the bug here is you declare those as lets, so they're scoped, then.
Yep.
So you grab these within the function, and they're scoped to this function.
Oh.
So as soon as the function ends executing, these lets are discarded. So you need to somehow store the result of this function. So normally what you can do, you can basically you can return like an object.
Oh.
Num1, num2. And then you can do something like
I think like what Dave's saying. Wouldn't functions such as add and subtract be better off with the numbers passed in as parameters? I think they would.
Passed in as parameters to add 1, add 2. Oh, I see. So you basically wire up it. Yeah, you can do that.
Like num1, num2.
Yeah, but then you have to pass them within the DOM.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
There's just a little bit more tweaking right now to the code.
Okay, tweak away.
Yeah, but I think this can probably work as it is right now. If you just return this object like that, it will grab those for you, and you won't.
Michael, I think we're on to something here. Look, let is block scoped, which implies that const wouldn't be.
No, let and const are both block scope. The var is not. So if you actually call it var, it will get hoisted up to the whole file. And you, well...
Do you know, I saw earlier in the year, actually last year, that const, they're changing const so that you can reassign it. Like, well, then it won't be a const anymore, will it?
You can reassign const. Yeah. Anyway.
No, well, so, I guess I'm not explaining it, but it was, yeah, it sounded bad.
Anyway, so so with this one, it says num1 is not defined. So right here, num is not defined because this is a let. It will be the same with const because once you do it.
Well, let's just demonstrate that then, and hopefully you're wrong. You're not wrong.
Okay, but here's the
Bob Zerell confirms this.
Here's the funny trick.
No, look, Bob, Michael.
Leanne, can you please just
all variable declarations inside a function are scoped to the function. So var as well, and const will all not work in this case.
Even var?
Yeah.
No, we still have var would work.
We couldn't use var anyway because we'd never live it down, would we?
Oh wow. You live, you learn. Anyway, so yeah, once you grab those numbers, you say let. Well, to be fair, it doesn't really matter what they are, but I suppose you can turn it, and then here you can just do the refactoring like that. So I hope that would work. There we go.
Can you explain this?
So basically, what you do is you grab these numbers. And you return them. So when the function finishes executing, it gives you these numbers back in an object. So you basically say, here's an object with these two numbers. And this line over here says, this grub nums will return an object with num1 and num2. And I want you to create a variable inside of add function that's called num1 and num2. So now it gets declared here, and now it exists here. You can also do the same with let, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Wow. Yes, I'm just comparing your idea to what people are saying in the chat.
Okay.
What do you reckon? Milosh, declare a variable outside of grab nums with let keyword and use grab nums to set them.
Yeah, you can do that as well.
That sounds easier to understand, in all honesty.
Okay, why not? Yeah, you can do that. So basically what you're saying is you can say let num1, I'll just do that, let num2, and then do that. It is easier to understand, but you kind of like, the thing is that you are creating these variables. In this case, they are now called global variables.
Yeah. And
generally you want to have as few of global variables in your application as possible. So this works.
No, but someone up there just said global. I don't know who it was. Scroll up. It was Bob Zerell, Michael.
Yeah, so you can have a global, but it would be the reason why I prefer returning from a function is that it doesn't pollute your global scope with all the different variables. Kind of like the most important variables should be global and the others are not, but it's a small app, so it doesn't really matter.
It's a very small app.
Yeah.
Oh. Just took a screenshot. Okay.
Cool.
So what about what Dave said about, oh, crikey, look at this. Putting things into global scope is sloppy programming.
I was trying to avoid saying that.
Crikey.
But I do agree.
Lorenzo, arrow functions are my favorite thing about JS. How do you feel about them?
Indifferent.
I think Michael's idea is perfect.
Thank you.
Go with that then. Okay, so now I think we should.
But that does not mean that we're going to follow it.
Well, we are following it.
We're not. We have a global variable. Anyway,
oh right, yeah. No, we're not actually following it.
Yeah.
Divide. grab num sum dum. This. Yeah.
Is it actually called divide in HTML?
Well, that's a good one. What else could it be called?
Yeah, it is called division. But yeah, no,
it should be a verb.
Oh yeah, it's
it?
a verb. That's right. Add, subtract, divide. Cool. So let's
4
by. Whoop, no number.
Oh crumbs.
Yeah.
That's because this is empty, so we should put default or I don't know. Anyway, come back to that. Right, -2.
4 divided by 2.
Oh, that's because I pressed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, 2.
2. Ooh.
4.4 divided by 2. Oh no. Yeah. 2. Yeah, let's do 2.3.
Yeah. Do you want to double check that number?
What, you don't know it? Why are we saying sum for divide? Well, yeah, really it should be result, shouldn't it? Divided by 2.3 equals 1.913. Okay, yeah.
Is it?
Wait, 1.0434. I mean, to the, 8 decimal points. It works.
So it stops working after that. Well, actually, it doesn't really because it just continues going. But yeah, there's basically a floating point error in all programming languages. So all of these calculators are only as precise as your floating point. Basically, point being, if you're operating like healthcare machinery or something, please don't.
Luckily, this won't be.
Please don't trust all like airplanes or something. Please don't trust the floating point arithmetics. If you're not quite sure, please Google it as well. So it's kind of a very good explanation that oftentimes, because of the precision of the numbers in the binary, it won't do the correct division. It's kind of a limitation of computers in general. So you have to go for more precise floating points. So I think in JavaScript, the default floating point is 16 or 32. I think it's actually 32. Anyway.
Destructuring is considered basic level? I'm not sure if that's a question or telling us that we should be destructuring. But is it?
I would say that probably by the end of your JavaScript basic course, you can probably cover destructuring. But I mean, if you just...
This course, for example, I'm pretty sure does cover it.
Does it cover objects?
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably somewhere it would. So yeah, but if you skipped it or it's not covered there, then you just learned something new. That's good too.
I'd argue that sloppy programming is subjective, and when the app is small and there's no chance of confusing name conflicts in one file app, global variables are the easiest to understand.
Yeah, which is why I'm not, it's...
I found it better to optimize for the ease of reading code in the future than trying to adapt to a standard meant for larger apps. But maybe that's just me. Well, I agree with you, actually.
That is fair enough, which is why I stopped arguing with Leanne about her function naming. And I think grubnums is perfectly fine for this app.
Yes.
It's done it.
Yes, I know. Okay, so moving on.
Yeah.
Right, so that one works within a... fairly reasonable.
What you want to do is you probably want to round it to.
Yeah, it would be good if we could round all of the results, really. And then calculators don't round.
They do.
Well, I guess they do, to the width of the screen.
Yeah, they do eventually because it's yeah, exactly. They all round to a certain floating point. So you want probably to do the same. Anyway, so let's just update this divide function to have, instead of sum, it should probably, what's the result of division called in English?
Well, result would be a suitable name for all of that. In sum L. I'd like to say that I didn't come up with sum L, so I'm not taking the fall for this. It should be result L, no?
Can we not just rename Leanne? Just leave that as is, because then...
I won't. Result L. No. We don't have a replace on Scrimba, so we have to do this for all of them.
Yeah, we do.
Actually, I can do this, can't I? Holding down Option.
Yeah, and I'm going to change it in HTML as well.
Result. And then this should be. Actually, no, I did come up with that. Scrimba has focused on job interviewing lately and produced a number of videos on this topic. That's true. If I interview for a program position at my company and you start placing everything in a global scope, your resume is going to be at the bottom of the stack.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Interesting. Quotient would be after rounding down the result. What does that mean?
Quotient would be after rounding down the result. Well, quotient is basically the term for it.
For what?
Just go quotient define.
Quotient. Oh, the result.
Of the
Why didn't you just say that?
division operation.
Would be after rounding down the result. Oh, so we round the result and then we would call that quotient.
Basically, like when you add, the result is called sum.
Yeah.
But when you divide, the result is called quotient.
But so
it's just a math word for a result when you divide.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but anyway, moving on.
You can just keep it, keep it as result. It's.
Why is there another multiply button?
Because you
want to have equal. Rename it.
Yeah. Just delete it.
Yeah, but we might use it.
Why? You already have equals button.
Do maths.
See, Mikalimbo was saying that, we would be the bottom of the apprentice level position CV pile, and now with do maths, we're like, that's it. It's fallen off the table now. It's like we wouldn't even make it to the table.
Well, you already have a job, Michael. But so do I. So.
Well, not after this video, I won't.
Multiply.
Yeah.
Times.
Leanne, but we haven't finished the divide. Blimey.
We have.
We haven't, because we decided we need to round the number.
But wouldn't we need to do that for all of them?
No.
Why not?
Well, because there is nothing to round when you subtract.
No, but you might need it for multiply.
Yes.
So then I think it makes more sense to do multiply, and then we can make some kind of rounding function.
Okay, that's not a hill I want to die on, so fair enough.
Well, I guess we'll just use the inbuilt one. No?
Yeah.
Multiply is not defined.
I think multiply is... Have a look. Multiply?
Looks pretty defined to me. Let's give it another go. 1 times 2.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, just a glitch then.
Yeah, just filed didn't save.
All right, 1.12 times 2.4.
Yeah.
2.688.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for the grepper extension. I got it from the videos you did with HTML, all the things. Yes, still using that myself. JS, string to number. This is the grepper extension, which is a completely free extension, which basically makes it nice and easy to search for and save code. Well, code. Yes, so definitely recommend that. Don't forget division by 0. Yeah, well, that's an interesting one. Let's give that a go. 3 divided by 0. Infinity.
Correct. There you go.
Infinity in JavaScript is interesting.
Well, infinity in general.
What? Yeah.
But there is also, in JavaScript, there is also a value for minus infinity. Well, just like in maths, I suppose.
Yikes.
So if you have -3 divided by 0, will that give you minus infinity? If you hit divide. It would. Perfect. There you go. How awesome is that?
Okay. Well, is that good?
Well, yeah.
I'm not sure why Renzo mentioned it. I feel like we need to do something.
No, it's like, don't forget to check when you're doing the checking for it. You know, like dividing the stuff and things.
Is this code, or will this code be out of repo on GitHub?
No.
I'm not sure it warrants being on GitHub. Then I'm not sure it deserves it. But what
it will
we will do,
yeah, it will be in the Scrimba URL that you see on the screen.
Yeah, we will drop this into the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, Sozo's saying infinity isn't technically correct. Oh, wrong one. It should be undefined.
I mean, like how far down the maths degree do we need to go for this calculator app to be technically correct? I think infinity is a good enough result.
You do wonder if any calculator is actually correct.
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, it's like, you know, the implementation that we're currently going for is like, you know, a high schooler would do. And that's kind of is that what they say in high school? I don't really know. But like, when I was in high school,
it was a long time ago, Mike.
It was kind of considered infinity. And then
not
already
undefined.
Yeah, and at university they kind of explained to you that that's not quite true. It's a little bit different. But I think it's good enough.
Dave says division by 0 should give an error, but JavaScript has chosen to return infinity instead. Oh. We need to go up to derivatives.
Let's not.
Naught divided by naught. That's an interesting one.
I should also give infinity.
Not a
that's
number.
A number. Interesting.
Oh, what is it then?
What if you divide?
What is 0 divided by 0? Undefined. Okay, well, that's right then. Good stuff. Now,
yeah.
Rounding.
Well, can you also try to divide? Sorry, not divide. Yeah, divide 0 by 1.
Didn't we already do that? Just the other way around.
We did the other way around.
What? Yeah, okay. 0 divided by 1, 0.
Yeah, that'll do.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Division by 0, says Andreas, is commonly known as undefined. Maybe add num to equals 0, undefined. Well, I don't understand what's going on.
It's kind of, yeah, it's basically, it depends where you land on this like mathematics discussion and stuff. I think like whatever the result is, infinity or undefined, it's fine. It's, you know, like how often, let's be honest, how often do you grab a calculator and divide by 0?
Well, never.
Yeah, so I think
some people
okay.
do, apparently.
Oh, like the chat is getting such a massive hang up on this.
I think he's still declaring the variables on the global scope without giving them a value, then just setting the values when the function is called.
Correct.
Doesn't seem better to me than grabbing the element on the global scope and then getting the value when needed for the operation.
Doesn't seem better to me than grabbing the element on the global scope and then getting the value when it... Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, right.
That's
basically
that's
when
what grab nums does, no?
No, basically what Bob is saying is that you can... basically you can do this. And then you can do...
Then, oh yeah, we would still
So you just hold the element.
Yeah.
You only ask for its value when you want it.
Is there any difference between those then?
Not really. There you go. So that's what Bob is saying. Doesn't seem better to me than grabbing the element. So basically like, well, I mean, he thinks it's a little bit pointless. Yeah, I mean, again, like ideally I wouldn't have any of them in the global scope, and it's kind of, you just keep them all within the function. But if we already create the global scope, yeah, it might be a better option. And again, it's like, it's really splitting hairs at this point.
Michael Limba says, oh, that won't work.
What wouldn't work?
What we just did, I guess.
Doesn't it? Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe it doesn't. Oh, that's the math.
Because it captures the values at just one point in time. Oh yeah.
No, looks like it just worked.
Really? No, it doesn't.
But on the second, yeah, it looks like, but on the second one, it doesn't.
Oh, okay. Control Z that bad boy then.
Yeah, on the first. on the first try it works, but on the second it doesn't. Cool beans. Fair enough.
They're objects which are passed by reference.
Whoops. You kind of start realizing that, like, coding with vanilla, you suddenly kind of start realizing how much frameworks do, how much heavy lifting the frameworks actually do for you.
Oh.
Like in terms of like these basic things. Normally, you don't even think about these like most basic grabbing the value from the DOM and the rest of it. You just work with it within React or Svelte or whatever you're doing, and it just works. Yeah, epic.
Yes. Brilliant. Really cool designs in the calculator. Thank you.
So do you want to finish the multiplication? We've got a minute left.
I thought we had finished it.
Oh yeah, we have. But we're still not rounding, Leanne. We're still not rounding the number.
Well, I told you to round it like 5 minutes ago. Why are you not rounding?
Do you know how many numbers actually fit in there?
Not many.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I think we should do
7,
to 2
8,
decimal
9,
places.
10, maybe 10.
10. When was the last time you needed something to the nearest 10 decimal place, Michael?
Never. Well, I mean, no. When I was doing my degree, I needed numbers to 10 decimal, but after that, I never needed.
But math.round, that would be to the nearest integer, which I'm fine with.
Is it?
I think so. I'm sure it is. Maybe you can add an argument. So it.
Not the round. Oh, I see. Yeah, rounds to the closest whole number, right? So you want to probably round to decimal places. Oh, I see. So it's 2 fixed. I see. So we've got.
Yeah.
So these results are already floats. So I suppose you can just do result 2 fixed.
Nick Rolls, could we code an error message that if the result is NaN, we display a message to the user?
Sure.
I think ideally we'd want to code it so the result didn't do that.
Yeah, you can do that as well. There you go. I, for some reason, picked 7. 7's good enough. Yeah, anyway.
7 is good enough. We've started a rather heated debate.
Yeah, I know. Ooh, controversial. Where are you scrolling up?
It's, you're missing it entirely. Okay. Anyway. Yes, let's all live in peace, people. That's the most important thing. We have a calculator which works if you want to add up the number of sweets you have.
What was that?
But not for more
Sweets?
complicated things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just make sure that you don't divide 1 sweet by 3 sweets. So 1 sweet by 3 people.
Yeah. Okay. I thought what I would do at the end of the streams is an unrelated segment of things.
Right.
And I will leave you today with a review I have found of Luton Airport. If you don't know, Luton Airport is an airport. Well, they say it's London Luton, but it's not really. It's quite far from London.
It's in Luton.
It's in a town called Luton. Yes, here it is. This person, Turkish Tam fan, was rather put out by their experience with Luton Airport. This is what they said. Oh my, where do I start? They may as well put alpacas behind the counters at the airport. The staff was utterly outrageous, unprofessional, and unhelpful. We turned up an hour before our flight, and the staff kept giggling, socializing, ignoring our questions, taking along with everything. After charging us for luggage, which fit in the hand luggage box, but because it wasn't a backpack, they charged us. They told us we were too late to board the flight. Are you serious? Did you not know this before wasting 30 minutes of our time and charging us for luggage? Honestly, pay the extra 50 quid and fly from another airport for the love of God. I woke up with excitement today, looking forward to my holiday, only for Luton Airport to ruin it. My head is hot. My blood is boiling. Luton, I will not forget this. If I ever win the lottery, the first thing I will be doing is buying this shameful airport and destroying every inch of it with my bare hands. So there we have it. A round of applause for my all-time favourite review of Luton Airport.
That is very strong and Shakespearean review.
It's very Shakespearean, yes. If you find a review of anything that you would like me to read out on the stream for humorous effect,
just make sure you kind of blur out the bits that are not meant to be said.
Luton is the origin of the River Lee, isn't it? Or is it Lee?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Leanne? Yeah, who knows? Tom is laughing. Luton Airport. Yeah, you have to laugh if you go to Luton. It's not the best airport, is it? There we go.
It's okay. Yeah, it's all right. But I do feel like it's quite strong feelings.
Now this show has discordant views. I'll only reiterate my earlier point. This is Netflix material. Comedy, tech, learning, disagreement, elation. That is a very good summary, says it.
I know.
Yes.
Like, so far, we have tried as hard as we can to avoid CSS and JS or anything like that, anything controversial.
I don't think we've ever had a discussion where people have had really strongly different views.
Well, yeah, that's because we don't really delve into that, like tabs or spaces or anything like that. Yeah, we try to avoid that, but it looks like Infinity has definitely given some of our viewers something they really care about. But that, I mean, yeah, it's a very worthy discussion for mathematics. I would rather have a beer.
Yes. On Wednesday, we will be talking portfolios.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Tech Rally. Tech Rally has made a course about how to build an amazing portfolio. He's a front-end engineer at Amazon too. So come along to that. Yes, looking forward to talking portfolios and seeing you all there. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this, Michael.
Yeah, it was actually enlightening. I learned some things, so that's always good. Oh, look at that!
This?
Yeah.
I wrote a Commodore 64 soccer game that was later branded with Gary Lineker's name. Wow. I used to work at the university where we saw Gary Lineker once.
Yeah.
I saw him. I've seen Gary Lineker in the flesh. I've seen Thierry Henry in the flesh as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you know who that is.
Just walking down the street. Because I know who Thierry Henry is. Great tutorial, thanks. Have a great day or evening, as the case may be. Shall do. Yeah, now I'm motivated to learn again. Fabulous.
And that's why we're here.
Totally. So head on over to...
You're like, if they can code it, I can code it. That's exactly what we're doing.
JavaScript for free and see what kind of amazing calculator you can make. Mikael, oops. Oh, Beanosh. Have a great weekend, everyone. Yes. Thanks, Leanne and Michael. Learned a lot of things here. In the USA, we call it soccer. Sad face. Is that because Michael Limber wants to call it football?
Well, because is. Anyway, there we go. I started another one.
So glad to see a live stream again. Missed it. We missed you too.
Nice.
Oh, yes, thank you for coming along. Woo. Okay, have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Lots of happy coding and rounding of numbers.
See you later, everyone.